Hi, and welcome to the Reiki from the Farm podcast, brought to you by me, Pam Allen-LeBlanc from Hidden Brook Farm. I am a scientist, a businesswoman, and a licensed Reiki master teacher with the International Center for Reiki Training. Each week in this podcast, you'll be entertained as you learn about a wide variety of relevant Reiki topics, helping you become a more knowledgeable and effective Reiki practitioner. We caution you, though, this podcast may also dramatically improve your life, and we are so happy that you're here. I'd just like to welcome you all here tonight for our Reiki Share and podcast about harmony and self-care for the holidays. This is something that I think is so important this time of year, and this Reiki Share is actually part of some self-care. So thank you for taking the time at such a busy time to be here. Before we go much too far in, I'd just like to let you know about some of the upcoming classes. This weekend, we have Animal Communication Level 1 and 2 in the Eastern Time Zone. Animal Communication Level 3 is over 2 evenings, also in the Eastern Time Zone, Monday and Tuesday evening, December 9th and 10th. And then it's also being offered in an Asian and Australian-friendly time zone, December 14th and 15th. So it would be really early in the morning here in North America. It's 5 a.m. for me in the Atlantic time zone, but it will work well for folks in Asia and Australia. We also have Reiki 1 and 2, January 25th to 26th, a weekend class. That's followed by the Reiki Master Class, January 31st to February 3rd. That's a Friday evening, Saturday, Sunday, and a Monday evening, just to help people fit the masterclass around their work schedule. And Karuna Reiki Masters, January 27th to 30th, over 4 evenings. I have an Animal Reiki Level 1 and 2, February 8th to 9th, and Animal Reiki Master, February 10th to 13th. And we also do have a healthcare Reiki class coming up in January. There'll be a podcast which tells you a bit more about that. That'll be offered in person at the Northeast Reiki Retreat. And also, if that's something you are interested in attending our pilot class, just let us know. The pilot class will be small and by invitation only to my students and Tracy's students. And I also want to let you know that sometime in the new year, separate to this, I will be starting a Green Party podcast, but I'll keep you in touch in case the Green Party is something that you're interested in. So I'd just like us to start by bringing our hands together in Gasho, activating our Reiki energy, and just bringing in any symbols you'd like to bring in, particularly the mental emotional symbol. Just remembering that although the holidays are about joy and connection and celebration, they're also busy. And in that busyness, they can be stressful and challenging, especially when our family dynamics are not always harmonious. And we're just going to invite Reiki to envelop us now and to stretch out into our holidays season, our path on our holiday, just to help us navigate the season with grace and with harmony. We invite the energy to remind us to do our self-care. Sometimes in the busyness, we get away from it, but it's probably then that we need it the most. We invite Reiki to help us maintain peace with loved ones, help us find the light in the hustle and the bustle, how to illuminate areas for our own healing and growth, how to help us see the positive in every situation and not brace during the busy season. We take a moment just to appreciate Reiki, the divine ones who guide us and assist us, and to appreciate each other. We are so blessed to be of this lineage of light bringers who are creating wellness on the earth today. And that begins with you creating wellness within you. And take a moment to appreciate how you elevate the energy on the planet just by being you. Aho and namaste. So welcome, everyone. I don't know about you, but the holidays can be a particularly difficult time to navigate, especially with young families, with family members coming home, even though we're so excited by so many of the activities. There are so many activities that it can also become really overwhelming. And if you tend to be an introvert, all of the extroverted activities that happen can be draining. And even when you're an extrovert, there can be a lot of drain and strain. There can be drain and strain on the pocketbook, on the family relationships. And so here's just a few things that we can do in the month ahead just to help us navigate this holiday a little bit better. If there's a regular self-care that you do, whether it's massage or reflexology, Reiki sessions, sports, yoga classes, whatever it is, try and book a few ahead so that they're set and your self-care is in your calendar. When you put gifts together for others, just ensure that you place a little bit of Reiki in every gift. And for every gathering, send Reiki ahead. If you have the distance symbol, we can send Reiki ahead to every gathering. Something else we can do is we can use Reiki to help us listen better and more to every family member. In animal Reiki, we work on deep listening. Those skills can be used with our family members, just trying to ensure that those family members understand that they are being heard and that they felt heard. We can also use the Usui symbols. The distance symbol can help us connect. The emotional balance symbol can help us connect with the emotions of the other people and also understand them a bit better. And the power symbol can empower our interactions with others. So we can use those to just help listening in our family situations. And we can also use Reiki to help manage expectations, allowing us to let go of the shoulds and understand that things don't have to be perfect in order to be good. And the final thing that I'd like to suggest these are some of the things that I try to do during the holiday season. The final thing that I really would like to recommend is just using the mental and emotional symbol to send through any relationship cords if there are any disharmonious or strained relationships. Another thing you could do is imagine the sun with all of the people whose relationships are not harmonious under the sun, and the sun would have that mental emotional symbol in it. But however you decide to approach it, that mental emotional symbol can really assist us with any disharmonious relationships. And it makes a huge difference in family gatherings. One of the things that we talk about is just the holiday challenge, that so many times we do this work and we work on ourselves and we think, wow, we've come so far, and we have. But if you ever wonder how far you've come, go spend some time with your family, because they're going to push buttons, and I really feel that those family relationships, they show us the areas that we still have to work on. And for that, among so many other things, they are a gift. And so some of the common stressors that are going to be getting in the way for all of us are some of those difficult family interactions that can be stressful. The lack of time for self-care, societal expectations, just the amount of things that we try to fit into our schedule. But I really do believe that each gathering can show us an area for personal growth and healing. And it can also show us how we can flip our lens and experience the joy and the love in all of it, which is really the main purpose anyway, the main idea. And I'm going to try to do the same. We know that using Reiki in the holiday season can help support us with self-care, harmony, emotional balance. And so just trying to get in your self sessions. I've started doing them in bed before I even get out of bed in the morning. I do a little yoga move to get my lymph flowing that my teacher recently showed me, and do my self session at the same time. I don't even get out of bed without it. And I really love doing it that way, just 5 and 10 minutes before getting out of bed each morning. We also, in those times when we are lacking emotional balance, when we're not feeling in harmony with people around us, I have talked different times in the podcast about bracing, the fact that when we brace or against another, that there's going to be difficulty, there's going to be pushing back and forth and a fight. But it's possible to ask Reiki to help you ground any bracing energy within you into the ground. And this is something I learned by working with horses. When you're working with a 12 to 1400 pound horse and you would like them to do something that they do not wish to do, your little human body is not strong enough to muscle them into doing it. However, if you can take all of the brace out of your body, and by brace, resistance, it's so interesting. The horse just follows, even when it's something they don't want to do, because there's nothing for them to fight against. And so instead of this battle, you wind up with a really beautiful dance. And I'd like each and every one of us to just explore, how can we turn those stressful situations and moments through the holidays into a dance? And I think one of the best ways is just to invite Reiki to assist you so that you're not bracing in those difficult situations. And also to help Reiki give you the lens of the positive in everything. Because once we learn to see under all of our own injuries to the beautiful spirit that exists inside of us. And many of you have had a glimpse of that beauty that you are and have inside. And once you see that inside yourself, you begin to see it in everything and everyone around you. It's just a matter of maybe not going into an old pattern or an old habit, which that is brought out in these family situations, and instead to just see the beauty in everyone and everything around you. And then just look for the joy. I know one Christmas at my house, Dad and I, who've never agreed with the way that he's never agreed with how I keep my horses, and I've never really agreed with how he keeps his. And we had very strong opinions about that. And animal Reiki really helped me release my brace and strong opinions. And as soon as I did, without ever saying anything to my father about it, he released his. And we had one of the most meaningful conversations that we've ever had, where he told me that he actually agreed with what I was doing, but he was just too old to change at this point. He'd been doing it the way he had for so long that he wasn't going to change. And it was lovely. And I remember it was, I don't think it was that same Christmas, but another Christmas when a cribbage game broke out, and with the kids and their grandparents, and just thinking about some of those really wonderful, joyful moments in the holidays, and also being aware that not everyone has a lot of family around. For some people, the holidays are one of the most lonely times. And if there's anyone that you're aware of that, just wondering if there's something that we can do to make that a bit better for them. So there's a few things, though, that we can do to ensure that we look after ourselves with Reiki during the holidays. One of the things is we can simply set an intention, even this evening, for peace and harmony to be around you at all times and follow you and flow through with you during the holidays. We can do our best to do maybe a morning self Reiki, to make sure we bless our meals with Reiki, to breathe mindfully with Reiki, to do yoga or whatever other exercise, walking in the woods that feeds us, just making sure we do that. And make sure that we remember to ask for guidance. I always come back to William Rand's message, please guide me and heal me so that I may be of greater service to myself and to others. And here's a few ideas. If you do have some family gatherings or work gatherings coming up, just a few Reiki rituals that might help with that, because they can sometimes be emotionally charged and difficult, and old patterns and habits can show up. So, one thing you can do is just set an intention for harmony by sitting quietly. Let's do this together today, just placing your hands on your heart and just visualize any gatherings that you'll be a part of this season and invite them to go smoothly with love and understanding flowing freely. You may have an intention for that gathering, and it's okay to state it to yourself now silently or aloud. And it can be whatever you choose. It could be something like, I hold space for harmony, compassion, and connection, or anything else. And just bringing your Reiki symbols in, inviting them to be part of that. Another thing that you can do is create a Reiki bubble of light that surrounds you. You can go ahead and do that right now, too. Just imagine or invite Reiki to surround you, and invite this light to protect you and uplift you and keep your energy balanced for the busy month ahead. Imagine the bubble just expanding outward when you're in gatherings, just enveloping the entire space and filling it with love and harmony for everyone to share. We can also cleanse and clear our spaces with Reiki. I'd like you to think of some of the spaces that you'll be spending time in over the next month. And because if you have the distance symbol, we can go ahead and clear them now and charge the space with Reiki. just helping us have a high vibrational environment. And as you walk through the space, or if you're there before others arrive, just walk around the room and breathe Reiki energy or send it through your eyes into every corner. Just imagining and allowing it to uplift the atmosphere. And you can send symbols through your breath and through your eyes. And if you can't physically prepare the space, Lisette taught me how to do this. Use the distance symbol and visualize the space and infuse it with peace, harmony, and joy and Reiki before you even get there. Another thing that Reiki can help us to do is just remain grounded and centered, calm and present in every interaction. I'm going to invite you for this part to move your hands to your lower abdomen or thighs and just imagine roots growing deeply into the earth. Imagine Reiki's energy is flowing through you, just connecting you to the earth's stability and your own inner strength. We are so much stronger and more powerful than what we believe ourselves to be. And if there are any energies that are not helpful to you now, just imagine them going down through the roots and dissipating into the earth where they'll be transmuted and used to do something beautiful, open a flower or grow a blade of grass, hatch a chick. We also have the ability to use Reiki for emotional release, getting rid of any pre-gathering stress or anxiety so that we can show up with an open heart. And if you're an empath like I am, maybe you're carrying around some extra burdens right now of energy that is not your own. I just invite you to look in your body right now in this moment in time for any lingering tension, worry, or fear that you might feel about the holidays or any of the gatherings. And just allow your hands now to move to the part of your body where the tension exists. It could be the heart or the stomach or the throat, the eyes. And we just invite Reiki now to dissolve any empath energy in the cords and connectors that keep it attached to us, and any of our own emotions that would get in the way of us enjoying the holiday season and all of the people that we'll be spending it with. And we release all of these energies and emotions, and we invite them to be replaced with peace and light and love. Another thing we can do during the holiday season is just infuse love into food and drinks. Food is really important at this time of the year. And Reiki can not only amplify its nourishing and comforting qualities, but it can help it be healthier for us by attuning it to the frequencies of those people who will be consuming it. If you're preparing or bringing food, just hold your hands over it and infuse it with the Reiki energy, imagining love and positivity flowing into every bite. And you can silently set an intention like, may this food nourish the body and soul and bring joy to all who share it. Something along those lines. You can also practice hands-on Reiki before heading out to an event. A quick Reiki session will make sure that you're centered and balanced. So if you can just take 5 or 10 minutes, even if it's in the car on the way, just focusing on areas like your head, your heart, your solar plexus, wherever you feel you need energy. Could be the tops of your legs and the roots growing, the grounding. But just take a bit of time, just inviting the Reiki energy to fill you with calm and joy and that open-hearted spirit that you want to go into every gathering with. You can also practice something called loving kindness Reiki. Just allowing yourself, as you connect or visualize each person who will be at the gathering, just imagine sending them a soft wave of Reiki energy infused with love, understanding, and compassion. And you don't have to have permissions to do this, simply because if there's anyone who would not wish to receive the Reiki energy, the Reiki will never go against their free will. They won't receive it. But you can go ahead and send it and offer it to all of those who will be in the gathering. And sometimes I even just place it around the room and invite it to move to any person who is open to receiving it. And you could maybe even add a beautiful intention like, may this gathering be filled with love, kindness, and mutual respect, especially if it's the type of gathering that isn't always filled with that. You can also draw the Reiki symbols on yourself before going into any gathering, any shopping mall, anything. And this will just anchor your energy and create a sense of peace so that you can go into these spaces, these areas, much more easily. You can draw the symbols in your hands, in your palms. You can draw them over your heart, or even just in the air around you. Just inviting their energy to wrap around you, help you stay grounded and balanced during the event. And this is a little bit like the protective bubble, but just a slightly different variation. You can also just take a moment to send a silent Reiki prayer or affirmation. Something like, I am centered in love and light. I bring harmony to this space, and I trust Reiki to guide and support me. You can invite Reiki to go in ahead of you and just clear the path, make the way. And as you're doing this, you may even want to spend a bit of time considering what you're grateful for with each gathering, with each event, with each activity. And finally, one of the last things that we can do to assist us is journaling and spend some time in quiet reflection before stepping into some of the busy holiday activities. This can just help release any worries or doubts. It can help set intentions. It can also, what I find with journaling is that it can help me figure out what I'm actually feeling. As an empath, my feelings can sometimes get very muddled with those people that are around me. You may find that too. And by sitting and spending a bit of time journaling, I understand what I'm worried about, what I'm looking forward to, that sort of thing. And I even sometimes can set an intention like how I'd like the gathering to feel, what role I'd like to play, that sort of thing. And I also always try to spend some time thinking about what I'm grateful for, about my family, about the holidays. And it just shifts, that gratefulness just shifts us so that we're seeing the light and love rather than the stress and trouble and anxiety. And in fact, there's a few journaling prompts I'd like to leave you with. Things like, if you want to reflect on inner peace and balance, you might just prompt yourself with, how can I use Reiki to maintain my balance during this holiday season? And then just let yourself write automatically whatever comes to your mind without censoring or editing. You can explore gratitude with things like, what am I most grateful for this holiday season or with this event coming up? You can explore lessons from your family dynamics with questions like, what have my family interactions taught me about where I can heal and grow, or where I need to heal and grow? Or what are they teaching me? There's always something there. You can journal and use Reiki around looking for the positive. Things like just thinking about what was beautiful yesterday or today or in this moment. How can I focus on the beauty? You can ask yourself these questions and then just let your hand flow. You might even want to set intentions for harmony with questions or journal prompts like, how can Reiki help me create harmony and understanding? And you might have a specific gathering or thing in mind. You can use journaling even for self-care and energy renewal. What do I need right now? What does my body need to nourish it? And just let yourself write. You can use Reiki if you are experiencing stress and tension, and journal prompts. What am I ready to release? What am I feeling? What would my holiday experience look like if I let go of stress and embraced ease? We can even use a journaling prompt to explore the gift of Reiki. Things like, the prompt could be, how do I use Reiki to spread more love, light, and healing to others this season? Or who could benefit, or what could benefit from receiving Reiki during the holidays? We could also use a journaling prompt around embracing seasonal lessons, like, what lesson am I meant to learn this holiday season about patience, love, or connection, or anything really? Or how can Reiki help me embrace my lessons? And finally, you may wish to use Reiki and a journaling prompt to help you create a vision for the new year. And I'm going to be talking about this and our next Reiki share on January 2nd. But we're going to go into, what do I want to bring forward from 2024 and from the season into the year ahead? How can Reiki support me going into the new year? What are my intentions and dreams? And so we'll go into that a little more depth, but that's something you may wish to explore on your own. Does anybody have any questions or comments about any of those ideas before we move into our meditation today? So we're going to move into a meditation of harmony and light for the holidays. This is just going to help us as we step into the holiday season. Take a moment to pause, connect with Reiki, and just nurture a sense of harmony, light, and peace within ourselves, which then stretches out to others. So I'm going to invite you to make yourself really comfortable, seated or lying down, to close your eyes, just taking a deep breath, allowing your body to relax completely and fully now, and just allowing your awareness to settle into this moment in time. And we'll take a little bit of time at the beginning of our meditation just to ground and center a little bit more. So I invite you to focus on your breath, and with every inhale, feel yourself pulling the calming, healing energy of Reiki into your body. You can even invite it and allow it to move into any areas of your body that may feel tense or stressed or painful. And with each exhale, you can release any tension, stress, worry, pain. And let's breathe like this together for at least 12 breaths. Now just imagine those roots growing from the soles of your feet into the earth, anchoring you deeply into the earth. Feel the earth's stability and support beneath you, and send your consciousness down into those roots and allow them to move all the way through the earth and the soil into the groundwater and the bedrock beneath the groundwater. Just connecting firmly and deeply with the place that you reside. And now I invite you to bring your awareness back up through the earth, through the roots, into your body, all the way up to the crown of your head and beyond. And just imagine a beautiful stream of Reiki energy and light, whatever color that is for you, flowing down from above, from the highest heavens, and just filling you with warmth and peace and Reiki. Allow these two energies to meet. The earth's grounding energy and your heart and your divine energy from the highest heavens, and allow them to just become stable in your heart center, moving you into a space of perfect balance. And as you continue to breathe deeply, just imagine this golden light expanding from your heart. See it radiating outward, just filling your entire body. Tension and heaviness just can't remain. They're washed away in this light. And allow it to flow into your mind, just calming and slowing any of those busy thoughts. Allow it to flow into your emotions, just bringing peace and clarity. And I invite you to imagine the people that you love the most. Your friends, your loved ones, your family members, your animal friends. And just imagine surrounding them with this same beautiful light that's beaming from your heart. If there's any bracing or conflict, tension or misunderstanding with any of the family members, just allow Reiki to replace that with love and harmony. Imagine yourself connecting with each of these loved ones with ease and understanding, the ability to listen to them and hear them, listen deeply, the ability for your relationship and your connection to be supported by the beauty and love of the Reiki energy. And we're just going to breathe at least 12 breaths here as we just allow this light to expand and connect with each and every being that you love, dropping all conflict, tension, stress, discord. We'll remain here. And now from this beautiful space, we are going to take some time to just embrace the gifts of the season, shifting from the difficulties to the beauty. I invite you to imagine the holiday season in front of us as a beautiful landscape. See it filled with moments of joy, warmth, connection, times when you feel connected and heard and loved and cherished. Let Reiki guide you to focus on the positives, even amidst the challenges. And I invite you to repeat silently to yourselves, I embrace the light and harmony within me, and I share it freely with others. And we'll breathe here for a time together. I embrace the light and harmony within me, and I share it freely with others. Now moving your hands to your heart if they're not already there. Just notice the warmth of Reiki flowing through you. And as you breathe into your heart space now, I invite you to set an intention for the season. It might be peace, patience, joy, love. It might be making right a relationship that is wrong. Whatever it is, just allow your intention to resonate deeply within you. And we invite Reiki to empower your intention. You can visualize the symbols amplifying your intention. And if you don't have symbols yet, that's okay. Just trust that Reiki is working with you, creating the perfect balance. I invite you to remain here as long as you'd like. Whenever you feel ready to come back, You can take a deep breath. Bring your focus to your eyes. Slowly open your eyes and return, but I invite you to bring a piece of this meditation with you. And to take a moment to just thank yourself for showing up today, for taking this time for self-care. And we thank Reiki and our guides for their support. And just remember, and you can even repeat this to yourself, I carry harmony and light with me wherever I go. I hope each and every one of you have an absolutely beautiful holiday season, just filled with love and light and everything good. I hope each and every one of you know how cherished you are, how important you are. I hope you can remain within the beauty and bounty of the season, and that all stress and anxiety just slides off of you. I'd like to thank you for being here with me today and for always showing up. We are so blessed to be of this lineage of light bringers. Namaste.